Hey there, it's Lokazi. Thanks for joining me again for another video. Here I'm playing the red Protoss, I random in the top right hand corner, versus this blue Zerg in the bottom left hand corner, here on Blistering Sands. Now Blistering Sands is a great map for early aggression as it has that open back door, well, destructible rock, very easy to become open, back door in each player's base. Fast armies can really take advantage of this, switching between the front and the back to really overwhelm setup armies like, say, Terran siege tanks. Macro-oriented Terrans have a little bit of a hard time versus Zerg early aggression on this map. Things like that can be really interesting to see. Now, in this game, we see the Zerg player going for a 6 pool. As you see, he's thrown down on his 6th drone. He has thrown down his spawning pool. He is now morphing 2 more drones to replace the 1 drone he used and to get another drone on top of that. He is going to 6 pool me, and this is why I chose this video, because I want to show how to defend as a Protoss, even on small maps like this, against the 6 pool. Now, I don't know if he messed up at all with his 6 pool. I'm not sure. I haven't watched the replay. I'm just casting it. Picked it up from a few days. I played this game a few days ago. I didn't watch the replay at the time. And I am going to scout and see that he has a very small amount of, there we go. I see he has a spawning pool up and he has a very small amount of drones, so I know that he's 6 pooling, so I know to defend up. Now the important thing about the 6 pool, and a lot of people will say, oh, make a little gate, your zeal isn't going to be done in time. Don't make a gate, make a wall. It's just not going to be done in time for those Zerglings to get across the map. And he's going for a totally all-in 6 pool, right? He's bringing all of his drones, I'm sorry, all but one. I didn't mean to get ridiculous. All but one of his drones, he extractor tricked for that extra 1 supply, and he is heading across the map with that army. Now, at the time that this is going to hit, I am going to have well, Gateway just finishes. I'm going to boost that first zeal. Now, I need to bring down a probe, and that's what I'm doing right here. Bringing down a probe to put another building to add to this wall. And I throw down a high HP building, a gateway, because I know he's going to chew through these pylons. The first pylon goes down, but I have a second one, so I did manage to get that zeal out. And I really should be dropping another pylon here, but I don't have the money because instead I decided to try and train 2 zeals. So I really should have had another pylon down there. That was my bad. And this gateway is dropping fast as the Zerglings now have the surround on it. I'm going to drop another pylon here to try and build in as much of a wall as possible. He really should rush past at this point. If you're the Zerg doing the 6 pool, you should really rush past at this point. There he goes. Oh no, he's going to attack it. He should rush past and try and get into my mineral line. Now I'm supply capped, and I'm going to throw down a gateway here. Now he's going to rush in and try and take out this pylon. In the meantime, I'm going to pull all my probes and try and surround my zeal as much as possible with my probes. And I'm going to try and chase him off this pylon, which he probably should have gone ahead and picked off. Now I have 3 probes harvesting still, so I am getting more econ in than him. I drop a new pylon. I'm kind of chasing off as many of his units as possible. My zeal, as long as it's not focused down, is going to take out his entire army. And there we have it. So really throwing down a wall is really the imperative thing to do against a Zerg player. You really need to prevent them from getting into your base with those first Zerglings, because you will not live if they get in. They will surround and kill your probes, etc. It's really too hard to hold off. In the meantime, I'm chilling in his base. I see what he has. He has 2 drones in his base and is sending across 2 more Zerglings to try and support. It's really just not gonna... 1 zeal can take on quite a few Zerglings. So, wall off, put your zeal that you have out amongst all your probes as fast as possible, and you're going to have to micro him a little bit to prevent him from getting surrounded. You might have to throw away through a few there we go, probes, but it is worth it to keep him alive. He goes ahead and leaves the game because he knows it's over. His 6 pool failed. He has 2 drones. I have 14 probes, and I'm going to out econ him at this point. I just thought I'd give a little demonstration of a 6 pool, because a lot of Protoss players will get upset about 6 pooling on smaller maps in the 1v1 pool, the non-2v2 maps pretty much, the non-2 base maps, like Delta Quadrant and Colas Ravine before it was removed, things like that. They're really comfortable on those maps. They're not so comfortable on these small ones like this. But it is easily defendable. I mean, you saw I messed up. I didn't put a pylon behind these two, these two gateways. I could have canceled those two zeals and thrown down more gateways behind it, keeping the wall up. And I mean, I even messed up, and I still pulled it off. So that there was a 6 pool versus a Protoss on a small map here on Blistering Sands.